Welcome all. So today we've got the new proximity launcher. Now I've been in game a few times. It is very, very difficult to find. I'm not sure what the rarity is of it, what exactly the numbers are of how much it spawns or where you can collect it from, because it is just not easy to find. Now I did get attacked with it once, so what I thought is let's come in here guys and check it out so we can get a good look at it and see if it is worth even picking up over the other items. So what we'll do, let's go for the beach. We'll build a few boxes. And we'll see what sort of damage it can do on the beach. We'll see how it works. So initially guys, look, it launches up and it just doesn't seem to do much at all. That's how it initially works. It just bounces around forever. So with it being proximity, I'd say it's going to do it by sensing the player, and then it's going to actually explode when it senses a player. So you should just be able to just scoop it by a player and it could blow up by the head, which would be really good. Bit like an XM secret weapon where it could actually fire over, so you should be able to just fire it over here, let's say, and if they're on the other side and it senses them, it should blow over the head. So it can absolutely be deadly effective. Well, let's check out its damage. If we can get it stuck in the box. Okay, so you've seen that, and let's look at its nearest counterpart, this. Big difference, big difference. And this one, which is a grenade launcher. Right, so you can see guys, the power is not there at all. Now looking at the power, we've got damage of 70 compared to 110. Compared to 84, so it is the weakest of the bunch. Fire rate 0.65, it's one of the fastest at fire rate. However, the magazine size is only 2. Reload time 2.8, again slightly faster. To be honest, if it came to picking it up on the battlefield, I would easily pick one of these up any day over it. However, as I said, I think it's based on a specialist XM weapon, which is a military based weapon which senses people. What it does, how it works, is the military-based weapon, which this seems to be based on, is like this. If you had someone behind here, let's say you had a player behind there, and he was just over there at the back. What you do with the military weapon, and how I'm guessing this works and how it seems to work, is if you launch it slightly over like that, it'll sense him on the other side and it'll explode. So you wouldn't launch it here at his feet. You wouldn't launch it directly at him. What you do is you launch it directly over his head or next to his head. And what will happen is it'll sense him and explode on the point. So that is the way it seems to work. I think it's the XM25. I think it's a specialist military weapon which senses a player. And what they're aimed for is going over cover, behind cover, getting people behind cover without causing an explosion. They're an air-based weapon initially, just like you see this seems to be. So I think that is how it's meant to be used. So that's the best way to use it, air-based and sensing. So I'm going to try get it in game. If I do, you'll see more footage of it. If not, unfortunately you won't, but you'll be able to try it out, and at least you'll have a heads up on how I think it works and how you should be using it. So rather than aim for a player or a structure like that, aim to get behind the structure and at the player's weakest point. So whether it be his head, or if you want to take out his base, aim for, like, say he had some stairs building up like this. Say he had some stairs building up like that and he was stood on them, and you wanted to take out the stairs. Instead of aiming over his head, you'd aim near his feet so that his senses sets off and blows the stairs up. And yeah, that should be it guys. I think it's going to be a good weapon. There's going to be some good strategy. I think in competition and World Cup and so forth, I think we'll see some amazing plays with it, as long as people get on to how it's based. Now I am just guessing this at the moment, but it seems obvious because these things just do not want to blow up at all. As you can see, they just do not want to blow at all. They just bounce around forever. So the idea that a proximity, I don't know if I can set it off. Let's see. Am I setting it off? Yeah, I think so. So the idea that it's proximity, if it's based like the XM, I think it's 320 air-based weapon, then it's made for over and behind cover. And it's made for anyone hiding behind cover. And to be honest, that is something that we've needed in Fortnite for a long time, because builders have always been able to outclass everybody but a heavy sniper, but a 50 cal. Everybody, because the 50 cal will open up the structure rapidly. everybody else, builders can just outclass them. They can defend, they can build. As long as you can build fast and like an expert, you can defend and you can build. So overall, again, let's just check the damage of these. So we'll see this first. We'll just aim for it just to explode locally. Trying to get it close. So you can see it's really not that powerful compared to something like that. Let's see what damage we can do with this. So we took just over 300 off, 320 was it? 320? There's no way this is even probably doing the 120. Let's see. Oh, find it hard to get it to stay in. It really is bouncy, guys. It's way more bouncy than anything else we've used. And I think a lot of people without seeing this video might struggle to figure out how to use it. As you can see, it just does not go off. So I think it's purely proximity based that's going to set off the charge. And as I said, if the charge can set off rapidly enough, then you're looking at an air-based weapon, which will just be a game changer in Fortnite. Yeah, so that done about, well, I don't know what it done, to be honest. Let's see what it does here. It looks so cool, and I mean, hearing this going past your ears, what? Well, you can hear it just. That will be absolutely amazing to hear that going past your ears. I hope its proximity sensor will set it off rapidly. Wow, is it on the water? Does it bounce on the water? Where's Lockie? So I hope its proximity sensor will set it off rapidly. We may find that once you launch it, it can pass people without going off rapidly. And if that's the case, I think it should be changed to sense so that the minute it detects somebody, it should just explode rapidly within like a millisecond, within 2 milliseconds it should explode. A millisecond probably, really. And if that's the case, then we are definitely looking at a game changer, boys. We are definitely looking at the next level of play on Fortnite, and it's going to be a level that's going to stop pesky builders overcoming combat pros. Now, I'm a combat pro. I can pro build as well, and I do. I'll have to put up some videos of that pro building and combat pro separately so you can see. But if you're combat pro when you've got a pro builder, it's pretty rare that you can get somebody who can sustain the level of building and give a good fight. There are players out there. I know combat pros that are faster than pro builders, both of them being rapid, but I know combat pros that are actually faster. But it'll be a game changer, guys. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed the overview of the weapon, and hopefully the tutorial, because I hope this will help, I hope it is based how I said, I'm going to go check it out now, and if I do, and I find more footage, and I manage to find it in game, then I'll show you more footage, guys. But if not, make sure you thumbs up in the video. I hope the tutorial's helped. I hope it is XM320 based. I hope it is looking at an air-based weapon to overcome cover. It seems to be. Everything is saying to me that it is. So it's way more than the grenade launcher we've got, boys. The grenade. Way more than the grenade launcher we've got. I think this is definitely going to be the ultimate weapon. So just finishing off again, we'll just see the sort of damage you can do if that can get tucked in. No, it's not even getting tucked in. It is so bouncy, guys. I think they should reduce the bounce on it. But if it is the air-based, like I said, then there's no need to reduce the bounce because you need the power to get to it. I think a lot of players will struggle with it straight away, thinking it's like the grenade launcher, thinking they should be using it like this. I think so a lot of players might struggle, but once people get onto it and some videos get out there, I think it's just going to be infectious, guys, and it's just going to be a matter of not can we shoot down the cover. We're not going to be like this, but more can we shoot down the cover. Symbols. We're going to be not can we shoot down the cover, can we get him behind the cover? And you can just imagine it going off behind someone's head now. It would just be lethal. And at 70 damage, it is 70, isn't it? At 70 damage, guys, it should take out somebody with a headshot. So you wouldn't be aiming directly at the head. The chances are if you hit someone on the head with this, it might just bounce off them. Well, let's find out. Let's find out if this bounces off you. Yeah, it will just bounce off them. So I'm hoping the proximity sensor will set off within a millisecond and not a second. If it's something like half a second or a second, it will just bounce by players and it will not be like the XM320. I hope I'm getting that right. If anyone knows what gun I'm talking about, the air-based anti-defense weapon, and as in, when I say air-based, it's because it's aimed to go over the defenses and set off, and it basically then will just explode above the player, and it's just deadly. But if somebody knows what I'm on about, let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, and it has helped you out, and hopefully it'll give you a little quick tutorial of how to use this gun, then thumbs up. And if you've not been here before, of course, consider subscribing to see more cool guides just like this. Guys, I'll catch you on the field. Still my favourite.